as I was explaining, I'm going to put the fume extractor right here against the wall, so it vents out all the fumes and stuff. And I have located the studs and marked them where they go, so I know where I have to put these studs. The first problem that I found is that the screw that I have is too short. I mean, it goes a good portion, but if we take in account that I'm gonna be putting it against the drywall, I might have that space, which is too little for the weight of the fume extractor. So I have made a couple of holes to make it go deeper, and I'm gonna attach two of these here right now to be able to mount the fume extractor in here. Okay, I have pre-drilled 4 holes, and I have placed this as a temporary support because that's very heavy. And I have pre-drilled because the screw that I'm using is a little fat, so it might crack the piece of wood. Okay, so let's put this on top. Those 2 screws are helping me to support the whole weight while I'm trying to screw this one on. There you go. Stay there, don't move. There you go. Okay. Let's hold it a little bit. Now it's time to get the other 3 screws. Okay, that's done. I went upstairs and it was hot. I'm in Florida at 3 p.m. It was really hot, but that's done. All that I have to do is just put the duct there. However, something tells me that I should have done that first because there's a lot of stuff that fell from there. But anyway, that's done already. Now I'm gonna put the ducts and then I'm gonna work on the chiller and the air compressor. Okay, I have the duct done. However, when I was pulling it in this side, it just broke. I'm gonna try to pull it up a little bit more because it's too small to hold the suction that it's gonna create. Otherwise, I might have to use some duct tape or something. I'll fix it. I'll give it a quick fix and then I'll let you know. Okay, so this is already out of the way. However, let me put it towards the back so it's no maintenance weight. And down to the hole. And this is going to be against the back. Okay. Now, this is a good thing. Everything is labeled. This is laser 1 and this water out. And on the tube, I don't know if you can see it, but on the tube is also labeled laser out. So the hose goes right here. That's for the out. And the other hose, where's my other hose? Oh, right here. That's also labeled laser 1 water in. So this is going to be right here. The water is going to come from the chiller towards the bottom, then it's going to push all the air out. The air obviously goes up and then out through this hose back to the chiller. Okay, so now the ground wire. Right here. Since I have too much wire, I'm just gonna make a little loop here so it's organized. And looks better. There we go. here. That goes right here, and then just the cover. Now I'm gonna go on the other side of the machine and plug the connector to the power supply. Then I'll just have to calibrate it. Okay, we reached to a point that I want to talk to you about. It happens that if you use regular tap water, there are going to be some minerals that are going to start to accumulate, especially on these parts and inside the laser pen. So to prevent that, it's recommended to use distilled water. However, even when you use distilled water, some accumulation can occur in those areas. So I was told that if I put a little portion of vinegar, which I have right here, that might help to remove all of those. This pen is pretty much new. It's a 75mm pen that I don't use that much, but my 50mm pen, it shows a little corrosion. I'll probably shoot it in a minute also. But I'm gonna add some water and vinegar to the chiller, so that's my next step. Water is in, now the vinegar. That should be enough. Never used it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't recommend it. What I'm doing is I'm experimenting, so if something goes wrong, I'll let you guys know. Now I'm gonna connect the hoses. I think I have this set up already. I have placed the air compressor on top of that cardboard because it tends to just walk around when it's turned on. So remember that the water hoses have to go from out on the chiller. They go to, in this case, to in on the machine. Okay, from out to in and in to out. I have the hoses already ready to go, and I'll put them in a minute, and then I'll do a follow-up right now. Okay, from the water out to water in, and from water in to water out. Now I have the air compressor, and this is interesting because I have put on the air compressor splitter so I can feed both of the laser heads using just one compressor. Now, just in case, I have labeled it and put it myself that should go to in and the other hose should go to out, because that's the other end of the hoses. I think that's it. Now I can open all the faucets. There you go. That's it. Once I turn the machine on, all the water is gonna go and stay, a little bit of it is gonna stay on the tube, so it's gonna go down and I need to add a little more. So I have the chiller there, air compressor on the side. I have connected them, and I think I'm ready to turn this machine on, finally. Okay, I have everything connected. I'm ready to turn on the machine. However, I just wanted to show you this little step up transformer. I still don't have 220 at the house, at least not at the garage, and I decided to purchase this, but it looks much smaller than it looks on the ad, so I don't know if it's the right one. Although it says 3000, it looks really tiny. We'll see. I'll give you a feedback on this once I test it. So I'm gonna turn it on. The noise that you heard, it was the voltage regulator. Normally when I turn that on, this should be on as well. You know what, for a minute just let me unplug this because that's too noisy. We just want to see the water coming through the tube on the laser here. So let me turn this on. We'll see. Let me make sure that it's on as well. There we go. It's coming in. and all the bubbles are going out. That's why the output of the tube has to be up, so all the bubbles go up and they just you know, but for gravity, because of the gravity, it just easily go out. A little more bubbles here and there, but I think that's normal. I will have to add more water to the chiller in a minute. Okay, it's all filled up with water now. Just lost bubbles going out. If for any reason you might find some big bubbles stuck in the tube, you just have to get a hose and plug it for a second. You saw the bubbles stop and then release it. When you release it, the change of pressure, it'll get the bubbles out of the tube. Okay, and now we're ready to calibrate it. Well, let me see if this is working. Let me plug this back now. Yes, it is working, but not right now, it's too noisy. It works! It works! Yeah, everything is just like it was. Okay guys, so that's pretty much everything that we have for today. It's been a fun day, a very productive day. We've done a lot. We went to the attic, we did the hole for the duct, we mount the film extractor, the chiller and everything else. Next episode we will be doing the calibration and a couple more things. Maybe we'll laser something next episode. So stay tuned and don't forget, I'm a laser maniac. Okay, stay tuned.